Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What's happening? It's Anthony from The Daily Truth, the truth in 5 minutes or less. I'm doing quotes today, so right away, go ahead and grab your quotes. I mentioned it yesterday. I'm dead on time. Got to run an errand right after this. I'll give it a couple minutes. I'm going to go ahead and share this. I know my personal page is where this is typically best shared, so I'm going to have to keep an eye out. So I'm sharing it to the personal page right now. But right now, if you're watching, we're going to do something where I take quotes. Where I take the quotes. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. I want to share this. And I actually turn it into my own. It's something we do in our speaking class that I do every week. Dawn, what's happening? I know you'll participate in this one. So I'm going to take a quote or two and show you guys what we do on our Wednesday night free speaking workshop that you can register for, doubledownspeaking.com. Share to personal. It's quotes day. Bring yo quotes. Okay, love that I have to do this all the way through August 30th. Mark Zuckerberg, you suck. Okay, so find a quote online, and then this is what I find something specific for the individual during my class, and I usually show it at the beginning of the class, where I will take the quote and turn it into something that is personalized to me, 30 seconds, 1 minute, whatever it might be. It shows a couple things. One, how great of content you can create by using famous quotes and different things. And I do have backup quotes today, just in case people don't bring your quotes, because I know I kind of talked about it yesterday. Didn't fully warn. Breathe. Didn't fully warn about it, so I wanted to make sure that I had one prepped just in case. But I'm going to go to my personal page that I can see here, make sure I'm watching. Again, bring a quote, show me what you got, and then I will turn it into something. If not, I do have some backups. You Google anything. I Googled 150 good morning quotes, and I will find a completely random one. And the amazing thing is not to prep a quote, do something with it, is to just take the quote, turn it into your own, read it, say it, find something that's unique to you. Either find something in your own story or find something motivational that you can give to other people. Inspirational, motivational, causing perspirational, all these things. I hope you guys understand when I talk a lot about this speaking class. What I've realized the first 3 months or so that I've done it is, first off, it is a slow build to build this community, and it's being built. Like, people are coming, people are loving doing it. I do have a regular paid course as well that people are going through that's 8 weeks long, and seeing just the feedback and the fact that it is growing people's ability to think about whether or not they're going to become a coach, whether or not they're confident in their regular daily lives. It's just a difference of delivery. It's a pretty magical thing. So looking for quotes. I don't know if I can see them instantly let's see, I got people on X commenting. Can I see it in here? Truth is, I don't see any quotes yet. Need some quotes, people. So find me a quote from anywhere. Google. If not, I'm going to go. You want me to find one? I will find one to start. Find me a quote. And I'm going to morning quotes. What do I got? All right, here's one. First one I'm going to grab. Boom, boom, boom. And then you guys can look for, I'll stay on for a second. So Dawn's working on a quote, but here's a good one. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat box. Boom goes the dynamite. Let's see. Is that the full quote? Yes. I get up every morning and it's going to be, so again, this is how I would do it. I look at it, I send it on the screen for all the people that are in the workshop. Whoever gets it, everybody gets a different quote. I get up every morning. It's going to be a great day. You never know when it's going to be over. So I refuse to have a bad day. It's a quote by Paul Henderson. Don't even know who the guy is, but it's a fantastic way to start your morning. I start my morning with this water with a little bit of citrus on top, and then I move to celery juice, then I move to coffee. Completely unrelated to the day most of the times, but it's just how I meticulously go about things, knowing that I am going to make the day the best I possibly can. Sometimes it starts with what I put in my body, and most of the time it's how I actually think. It's interesting. I'm going through a lot of different things in my life that when I show up on camera, when I show up in class, when I show up on my political shows, I don't let any of that get in the way of what I give outwardly. And I can tell you, at the moment that the shows are over, I realize that I'm a better person at the end than I was at the beginning, when I might have been in a different kind of mood. And I just focus everything I can on having positive thoughts, because where my mind goes, I know my energy flows. And this hasn't been the best few months of my life, but I have found a way to make it great, because I don't know when life is going to be over. I'm 41 years old, and each day I see that clock ticking, and my ability to make impact gets shorter and shorter. So I take every day knowing I don't know when's going to be my last, and I give everything I can out there. That's how you take a quote. That's what you do. So that was what? That was about a minute and a half. All right. So, all right. Shut up, Casey. That's good. All right, Dawn, I'll take one. So I'm going to take a couple. All right. So you take a quote. Again, if you guys come to my Double Down Speaking class, just go to doubledownspeaking.com. It's a free workshop. We do this to warm up and also show you that if any given point you want to put positivity into the world, you want to do something a little bit different than the typical things we do on social media, take a quote, make a little video, make it your own. If you want to go live, great. If you don't want to do it live, don't go live. Just make a video. This is how you can create positive content. Find positive quotes. Find something. All right. So Dawn says, the past has no power. Oh, Eckhart Tolle. Well done. Power of now. The past has no power over the present moment. This could not be more true as we go through our daily lives, going through what I believe has been a rough 4 years and a really rough 8 years, just a whole bunch of division, not just in politics, but in our internal worlds. We have separated from friends. After COVID, things just changed. And fact is, in this day, in this space that we are in right now, if we continue to let the past keep a grip on us, then I can tell you that the present moment is not going to be as positive and as future forward thinking as it possibly can be. There's so many different things that we could do with our futures, and if we're continuing to hold the thoughts of the past in our head that are negative and not as good, the current moment and the future are just not going to be the same. So I encourage you, in order to have a great future, to really truly embrace the moment, embrace where you are, learn from the past, but leave the past behind you. That's my Eckhart Tolle spin on that one. What's going on, Becca? Hope everybody, we got a lot of people watching. I will take a couple more. Casey, uh, uh, we know these truths to be self-evident. All men and women are created by the thing. That was good. That was very funny. I'll take one more. I will take one more. If not, I will find one more. Find one more out of this group. Again, I just really quick look. I see what's happening. Bum, bum, bum. See, I'm looking. Again, this is just something we do in the group class. This is something I like to do. This is if I'm running out of, if you can't tell, I don't really have a lot of trouble running out of content. I find analogies and things everywhere that I can make these. I always ask you guys, though, if you have something you want me to talk about, tell me. I'll talk about it. But again, if you are looking for something to get started, maybe you're not, something in your world or your field, or you just felt called and led to create some kind of positive content, here's the place to start. Find yourself a quote. I like to do it where I don't see the quote first. I plop it up and I go for it. Is this like bum, 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 the music? Bum, ba, bum. I don't know. Casey, where? I can't find my mouse. There it is. That's how I go. Bum, bum, bum. Anywho, but that's how if you want to get jump started on creating something, you're like, you know what? I want to put something positive in the world. Once a week, I'm going to take a quote. Find the quote you want. I like to do it. What I like to show by finding a quote real fast and doing it is how fast the brain can truly work if you let it. And I know that I do this for a living. I know that I speak for a living. I know that I have a fast thinking brain in terms of this. By the way, I'm terrible at memorization. Can't remember anything. Like, that's not what I do, but I can think a little bit live. But everybody, the thing that impresses me every week is the fact that people can be terrified to do this on a live camera, and then we give them a quote and then they pop right in and they crush it. So you'd be amazed at how fast your brain can work. All right. Dawn's got another quote. Dawn, you get the MVP star of the day as always. Oh, Frank Ocean. All right. Work hard in silence. And I always say you could read the quote, because the reading the quote allows your brain to start thinking. It stalls a little bit and actually gets you involved. Always try to focus also right in front of you. Work hard in silence. Let your success be your noise. Frank Ocean. I've noticed that as things go well in my life, the more I talk about it, the more it reverses course. I've noticed that if I'm working hard in silence, putting my nose to the grindstone, focusing on what I have to do, it allows me to avoid the distractions of the pats on the back, because sometimes when you get the pat on the back, it tends to have you take your foot off the gas pedal. I don't know why it is, but let let your brain and let your body do the work until you've reached that said goal. And trust me, that said goal always has more to it in the end. It's kind of like I used to run marathons. And I might run another one sometime soon. But 8 marathons I've run, and there's something called the wall at mile 21 and 22. And why it's the wall, who knows why? But I could tell you that there's a voice that starts to creep into your head. It's almost like you start to taunt the world with the fact that you have almost run your marathon. You've almost completed the 26 miles. And at that point, the best thing that most people do, first, a lot of times people change shirts or they'll do something to change their mindset. But ultimately, you have to focus. You have to block out the noise, not talk, not focus. Working, continue to work hard, continue to grind in silence. This is not just for marathons. This is for your daily life. This is uh, um, those that sometimes get a little haughty when their things are going well. Trust me, you're not making any friends by bragging. And a lot of times when things are going well and you're talking about it, it looks braggadocious. So I suggest and I recommend the key is working hard in silence, grinding it out. All right. All right. Casey, do you have a real one? What do you got here? Okay, you're being funny, and I do appreciate that. Anyways, guys, we have I didn't even get to look on my personal page because there's so many things. Let's see. Is there anything on the personal page that I had to share because Mark Zuckerberg is an a-hole? No, nothing on there. Excellent, guys. All right. So that's what I got for the day. Again, I encourage you, even if you're not trying to be a public speaker, even if you're not trying to do whatever it is, come to doubledownspeaking.com. Check it out. I'm going to put you on the hot seat, but it's fun. It's a warm environment. Everybody's very congratulatory. Everybody's very positive. I'm very positive, but I do give critiques that make you a better speaker. Cash himself, great speaker. Sometimes he rocks his seat. And we've worked on that, his seat rocking, and even that is noticed at making him a better speaker. Everybody can get better, and everybody can start at the beginning and still make it forward. Fight. Oh God, Waz, of course I got to take yours. All right, that's how I'm going to end it. With that said, what was the last thing I was going to say before I look at this quote? Oh, tonight, if you do watch my political shows on Truth Will Set You Free, we do have Barry. Barry's going to come on, so we do have an opposing viewpoint who is not riding with Biden, but definitely a big fan of Kamala. So this should be an interesting show. So make sure you watch tonight, 6 p.m. Central Time, as soon as I get back, because I'm leaving to go to Fort Worth, come back. All right. Waz, fight your battles on your knees and you win. God, is this a real quote? Is that a real quote? I feel like this is a Kamala. Nope, not going to say it. I'm not going to say. Is this real? Honestly, Waz, is it real? None of us are as smart as all of us, and sometimes the best thinking is done by others. I thought that's yep. All right. None of us is as smart as all of us, and sometimes my best thinking is done by others. Okay, actually, you know what? I don't even know if this is a joke, but I'm going, oh, it's about praying. We've been talking about Kamala for way too long. Oh, okay. See, out of context, context is important. And also quotes are phenomenal because they can be taken a myriad of different ways. I know I'm way over. This is the daily truth in 15 minutes or less. All right. So I'm going to make this really, really quote. I actually like this quote. So none of us is as smart as all of us. And sometimes my best thinking is done by others. Unknown quote. But as somebody that's led teams a lot in their life and been somebody that's some more of a leader than a follower, I can tell you the key to being a leader is also knowing that there's times that the collective is much smarter than the individual. And some of the best events I've ever ran when I had a company of 2,000 independent contractors working a year for me and doing these large events all over the country is realizing that when I released hold of the reins and sometimes gave it to the right person or person specifically and listened to the outside voices that gave me good advice and was able to filter that and realize that I don't know it all. That is when the events were most successful. And now back to the praying one, because it was too good a timing after we were just talking about Kamala. Fight your battles on your knees and you win every time. Not to be confused with other things, but this Charles Stanley quote is something about the fact that when you are in times of struggle, and I can tell you that I'm going to give a very specific example in my life. There was something going on this last weekend, and I was at a just absolute breaking point. as of Saturday. And I knew what I needed to do Sunday morning was go to church and pray about it. This is honest truth. This is a real story. And I can tell you from the moment that I walked into church and then also made an offer at church for the pastor and to help with speaking and to get involved and to do something I've been thinking about for a long period of time. And I prayed over it at the service and prayed over it for change. When I got home that day, immediately I felt a shift in me, in the worlds around me, and Kelly, and everything felt different. So I can tell you, this battle was something I felt as though I was losing, and it was pulling for my grip minute by minute, day by day, every second that I could. It instantly changed when I gave it to God. So that would be the suggestion I have. Take that with you today, guys. Not the Kamala Harris way. All right. That's it. That's what I got for you guys. The Daily Truth in 15 minutes and 55 seconds or less. Great part is that we had a lot of people watching, especially on X. Thank you, Waz, for sharing it. Always fun. I'm sure, Casey, I think you shared it as well. Appreciate you guys. That's how you do quotes. Join me, doubledownspeaking.com. It's a free workshop on Wednesday nights. We have a great group of people that come to it, and we have a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie. And the more people we are, the quicker we'll get to the business. But we start with quotes, and it allows you to start using your voice, and I give some tips and tricks. God bless, guys. 6 p.m. Central Time Wednesday night. Go to doubledownspeaking.com. Doubledownspeaking.com. Register for free. I type relatively fast. All right, it's in the chat box so you can find it. Have a great rest of your day. God bless. Hopefully see you guys at 6 p.m. tonight. If you're watching, truth will set you free. God bless. Don't surrender your pets. Don't be a garbage human.